Hello, we're back again. We're getting ready to work on a 2012 Chevy Impala LTZ, and we're doing wheel bearing hubs, we're doing brakes, and I'm only going to start on the rear end. So let's dive into it. I'm going to drive it in here and get you a good view because I'm not really good at editing yet. And yeah, let's get on it. All right, so we're working with Craftsman tools. Love Craftsman. I got all my new parts we got from Rock Auto. These are the fronts. Went with this nice brand here. It was kind of cheap, but it was good. Kind of in the middle. They're for the fronts. We're not doing those today. We're only doing the rear. Here's the brand for the rears. All right, let's jack up the rear end, get the tires off. I usually like to go right in the middle, but we don't have that much of an option. I am going to use the hitch though. That's a good point. And then I'll get my jack stands. We'll get those under. All right. Let's see here. Where do I want to probably put the jack stands? On the sides. Keep my jack under there for extra support. Probably a 15 millimeter for the socket for the lug nuts. Maybe I like the 19. Let's see. That works. Got a variety of different tool brands. I love my Amazon stuff, my Harbor Freight, Craftsman especially. Cobalt's a good brand. I like it. Does good. I'll get you guys up in here in a second. Move this tractor out of the way. Someone put this on really tight, and it wasn't me. And the stud broke. Nice. Well, thank goodness we're doing wheel bearing hubs. All right, I'll get you in there. I apologize for the noise. Here's what we're dealing with. We gotta take the calipers off. All this. It's hard to see, but there's 4 bolts on either side, and we have a speed sensor, I'm assuming that was, down in there. But yeah, let's get on it and see what we can do. And it's got one of those safety locks. All right. Safety lock for the rotor. Let's see here. Nope. That's it. Get my trusty Craftsman impact. Zip this off. I have to get a lug nut for the other side. Broke that with the stud. It actually came out really good compared to some I've worked on. I hate them. All right, now let's get to the caliper. Might be a half. Try 9/16. Just a little loose. So we're going to use metric. Let's try this 13. There it is. All right. So we're going to take it all off in one. I want to do. Need a breaker bar. All right. Let's see here. Try my pipe or my breaker bar. It's kind of a pretty day here in Huntington, Indiana. Don't really have much room here. Nope. Well, let's try this. Maybe I can get it in there with the pipe. Not really. So I guess we're muscling it. I'm going to get you guys on the other side of me. Well, let's try spraying them. Some PB Blaster before I break the bolt off. Last thing I want to do. See if I can get to the other one. Let's see if the other one has a loose bolt. Yeah, she's on there tight. And that's a bigger size. Let's try the 14 on that one. Yep. It's weird. You would think that they would make it all one size, but they don't. Oh, that came off nice. This is just for the calipers, not the bracket. Brakes aren't too bad, but the fronts are really bad and they're warped. And I don't have a machine to where I can resurface them. And you pay kind of close to where if you were to replace them. So I just replace them all at once. And then also it gives you the idea of, all right, they're both going out. And then it's time to replace everything at once instead of individually. I'm trying to figure out, let me get a little bar to pull that out. Or a big flathead screwdriver works good too. Like a pry bar. Just go up in the back of it, go up a little, like that, work it back and forth. Just coming, here we go. Little by little. Don't need to force it. I'm gonna have to force it with the bolts, but. And what is that? Oh, that's the parking brake. All right. I'm gonna put this back on just a little bit. I'm gonna get a bungee cord. I can find my bungee cords. I got a whole box of them. And they are missing in action. I cannot find them. So we're going to take a rusty or metal clothes hanger and we are going to just hang it up that way. There we go. Go out my scrap pile. Tie this up here. Not too much stress on it.
just enough to not upset the hoses, not needing a lot of pressure on it. Well, shoot. Harder than I thought. I was hoping for a bungee cord. But sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. And that's gonna fight me too. Just gonna have to work. Alright. Hopefully now we can get them bolts on the bracket. That's 13 millimeter. I'm gonna try this breaker bar thing again, since I have a little more room. There we go. Am I going the wrong way? Nope, I was going the right way. I'm gonna try to get down a little lower here. There we go. That is tight on there. Now it's broken loose. I can use the ratchet on it. Let's see if I can get this one. There. All right. Back onto the socket wrench. Let's see here. There we go. That's one big bolt. Spray a little more of that in there. There we go. Man, that's really a workout for my shoulder. There we go. PV blaster to the rescue. Sometimes a little more also helps too, in some cases. Usually you only need to use a little bit. Ooh. That's crusty. We'll get all of it cleaned up later. All right. This should slide off. Actually, those shoes have a little bit of life. They're not too bad, but it was time. We will keep those intact so when I'm ready to put the shoes together, I know what I'm doing. So, you can also look up on the internet. Doesn't hurt either. All right, this should slide off. Well, look at that. Oh, and that rotor's bad. All those little ridges. All right. Oh, that's nifty. They got a little hole here you go through to get each bolt. All right. That might need an impact. So, but I am going to try to attempt the normal size. This could be an 11. Let's find out. Oh, 10 millimeter. Wouldn't you know? There it is. I'm also going to spray that with some PB Blaster. There. Oh yeah, those were tight. But I have not seen one of those come out real easy in a long time. Boy, did I have a lot of Loctite on these. Understandable. Don't want them working out on you. Oh yeah. Get it up in there in the threads. Oh yeah. There we go. I apologize for all the back noise. Now we can get in there with the fingers. Get them out. Bring the circle down to work these now. That went really smooth. We've only broken one part today. Try to keep it that way. It's an easy part though. It is not an expensive part, just a lug nut. Because someone went a little heavy duty on them lug nuts and it broke the stem. So, and it wasn't me again. And that's why you torque them down to the spec that they're supposed to be, not sit there with an impact. Now I've noticed why I'm doing the wheel bearing hubs. They may not show that they're worn out. You can do the wiggle back and forth, up and down. You can spin it, see if there's a noise. But sometimes they don't show that. It's an internal thing. Right now, this one's going like, whoa, 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 whoa. Faster you go, and it doesn't go away. Now, I've been told that it's a tire issue. I've been told it could be a lot of other things, but I just did a car, and it was an internal wheel bearing issue. It was not something you could see. So, you had to basically tear it apart. Pretty much, it was just an internal thing. So, it does happen. Now, if I can get in here with my finger to get this off, it'd be great. It's just a little wire. There it is. 2-prong connector. I'm going to make sure I don't have anything else hanging on when I go to tap this. It should just fall right on off. Good size hammer does the trick. I'm going to use an 8-pound hammer. Could be a little less Can't really see the markings anymore. It's done its job for a long time. I'm going to give it a little tap. Maybe a little more than a tap. There we go. Just a little bit back and forth. This is actually the easiest one I've ever had come off on me. There's that. There it is. All right. Now, it's my first time doing a one like this. Usually I just unplug it and there it is, but this is new to me. But nothing says I can't accomplish it. So let's look at our new ones. I apologize. The one in the blue case is to the front. Our yellow boxes here are not looking like the ones for the back. I could be wrong on this, folks. Nope, I'm right. But that whole piece comes out. So you have to get that out. Here's our new one. Try to give you a good idea. So that plastic piece has to pop out. And I'm assuming it pops out from the back. Yep. So we got to get that done. Man, these look really nice. And they come with the studs, so that's even better. All right, let's get to it. Try to get you a good view. I'm going to try. It may not be the best, but I'll try my best so you guys can see what I'm working with. All right. Usually Rock Auto sends you a nice little magnet, but not today so far. And it looks like I got to take this bolt out to swivel this down to get that out. Maybe. See. See if I can tap it. It's probably not the way you're supposed to, but I'm just gonna tickle it. Might have to take this arm down to get it out. So it looks like it might be touching. Let's see here. Could be going the wrong way. Ouch. There must be an easier way, but until I figure that out, I am going to proceed. Oh, shoot. It's got to come out anyway, so if it breaks, it breaks. I have the new one, so I have a feeling just bind it up. Also from going the wrong way. Here it comes. A little more wiggle. There we go. Wrong way I was going. There it is. A little more. There it is. We're also going to clean up that surface. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, that just fits over that. It is a speed sensor. I am going to blow that surface away with all that crust and then maybe do a wire brush. Wire brush deal. It's always good to clean up a surface. Oop, falling over. There we go. Get my wire brush. Almost due for a nice new one. So then the new one is able to go on quicker and easier since you clean the surface. And it just makes you feel good inside that you cleaned the area. Do another blow off. A little more scraping. Brush. It's a little more corroded at the bottom, probably where water sat. This is the lowest point. There we go. Nice. So let's get the new one in. I'm also going to clean my bolts first, actually. So let's get the wire brush, get all the threads cleaned out. I am going to do both sides, and I will torque things down off camera because that's not something you need to see. It just needs to be basically torqued down. And then you just redo the whole thing and put your wheel on and yeah, get everything together. Or I might do a quick search while we're in video. So you'll have to bear with me with that. There's one bolt. 3 more to go. That one wasn't as bad. Yep. There we go. All right, we got to put our pan up. Do a wipe down here for a second. I'm going to grab my shop towels. These are great towels to have around your shop. Blue shop towels. Don't know why I didn't buy them sooner. They are awesome. So I'm just going to wipe my mess down with the PB blaster I sprayed. Doesn't need to be perfect, but I like to be perfect. But it's just going to get dirty over time with the road. You can only do your best to get what you can. All right. So that goes like that. We are going to grab our new one. Make sure you have the sensor pointed this way. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Pointed this way. So, and this has a left side. It says it right here up top. Hard to see. That goes to the top. You just go like that. Point your sensor the other way. Look how nice that went in. It's always nice to clean your surfaces. Now if I can line things up, that'd be nice. There we go. Don't want to cross thread them. I am going to run that one in so we're not putting pressure on that new plastic piece as we saw in the beginning. Because that actually, from what I've gathered, is very delicate. So there, you hold it in with one, pull your socket out of there, and just repeat and repeat. Don't cross thread. And you just run them all down till they're snug. And then you do your torque, or one pull down with the socket wrench. And then I torque them to spec. Run them in until you start getting a couple threads. And then you can start tightening. There we go. Now, go to each one, get them to the flush with the metal. I could use the impact, but I'm trying to be delicate. Yeah, that one went a little harder. Probably had some buildup on the threads. Go down to your next one. I'm also going to put diode grease inside the socket, because then you don't have any electrical failures. And I like a diode grease. It's so easy. Just squirt it in there and you'll be done with it. Just knowing that you have it and you have it on there is always good. Okay, now they're snug. So I'm going to do a quick Google search and find the torque specs. So all you got to do, type your year in and type, basically what are the torque specs of a wheel bearing hub bolt. 96 foot-pounds of torque. So now get our torque wrench. I'm going to get my adapter off of my breaker bar so I can convert it down to the size I need here. Get my 10 millimeter socket off. Actually, I need the extension, so we've got to go this route. Now I'm going to adjust my breaker bar. And now we just tighten them up. I was not liking the 96, so we're going to go 70 because they're pretty dang tight. And the last thing I need is a bolt to snap. And these, I may have gotten the wrong info that I wanted. So let me try that. It was not on 70. There we go. I'm not liking 70 either. That was on 60. So I think that's pretty dang tight. It is really tight. It is not going anywhere. I will do the research, and when I go to do the fronts and tell you on that some more. That was kind of a quick rundown search. They are really tight. So we are now ready to do brakes. And before I forget, plug in your sensor. Get this on there. And there it is. That is done. Nice. They come with some of these adapters you can put on for the new ones if yours breaks. I think that's pretty cool. But we're not needing it. So, you can always keep it for next time. And now we are ready to start doing brakes. Let me grab all of our new brakes. Ooh, and we got our magnet. Look at that. Let you guys see the choice. Look at that. Pretty cool. That's going on the fridge. All right. Get this opened up. Get your brake clean and wipe those off. I got a little bit of factory oil on them so they don't rust. Went with the AutoZone brand. It's kind of cheap. Nice. And it was a little cheaper. Shop Pro. All right. Just gonna spray off one side and work to the other. I'm putting it on a piece of cardboard, so it's hard to see right now. Get a little bit on there. Flip it over. Get your other side. I'm also going to get my tool that presses the cylinder back on our caliper. I want to find that little bolt hole for that piece. It's kind of nice if it doesn't break off on you and you can use it again. Get our tool. Run that back in, and it kind of holds it in place for you. It's kind of nice. There, don't over tighten it. It'll be a pain in the butt. Take it out next time. A few clicks on it, it's fine. All right. I'm going to take my metal brush, wire brush, and just clean that surface over there on the cylinder, because we're going to put anti-seize. Careful with the boot. Take some brake clean. Wipe her down. That's shined up pretty nice. All right. Now, let's get our tool. Press it in. Got a mess going on here. Put that in there. Nice twist. Boy, is that hard to twist. All right. Let's try that again. That might have that special kind. We'll find out here. May have to do a. I might have to get a tool for that. That might be one of those where you twist them in. All right, get our bracket here. It's best to leave something in, and then knowing you have something to base it off of. Don't take everything apart and not both sides at a time. Because then if you get confused or you have a moment or you just forgot, at least you can base it off of something. Now, on the new ones, I like to put anti-seize in the spots there. I'm going to scrape this side as well. It makes it easier to put the part on, and it's just a little cleaner. Gives you a nice, good peace of mind that it's, good to go. So now we have that ready. Put that down some more. Now we can do some anti-seize in there. You only need a little bit. And this might not be what I was wanting. There it is. I have the wrong one. There's my anti-seize. Also, I checked the slider pins. These right here, these little guys. You want to make sure those slide up and down. Now, some of them, they pop out and you can re-lubricate them. These are fine. They are doing their thing. So, back to the anti-seize. A little bit you need. Sometimes I put just a little more, not overdoing it, but just enough to have it in there. Just put it on the sliding contacts each side. There you go. Put that back in there. Now, this here goes on the bottom. Slide that in there. There. Well, there. Now, shop towel. Try to wipe whatever that was, all that anti-seize, somewhat of it off the shoe, because you do not want that on the shoe. All right. Now we got another one. All right. That's ready to go. And that should go right on there. Starting to rain here in Indiana. Well, that didn't work as planned. Had it upside down as well. And there's the air compressor again. There we go. And these I just kind of go until they're snug and just give it a 1, 2, even the 3 sometimes. That's snug. You don't do the 1, 2, 3 until they're snug. There. Now, do the top the same way. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty tight. So, now we can take our clothes hanger down. Now, let's get our piece here pressed in. I'm also going to put some anti-seize on each side of the brake shoe because it won't seize up when you go to take it off next time. Put a little bit on your cylinder, a little bit on the back side, wouldn't hurt. On the backs of these, there. Wipe up just a little bit of it. There. Now, get that on there. And we may have to walk that cylinder in. I am back. I got my new tool. One of these trusty little things. All you do is line up the holes with the notches, twist it in, and you're good to go. I went with a little expensive brand, Icon.
but it has every vehicle. So, I twisted that in. Let's get this back on. There we go. Easy peasy. Get this. There we go. So these clips here, it has to slide right in between it just right, or it's not going to work. That was the problem. Now we got it. We can tighten those down as well. Yep. So let's get these put in. I'll try to show you what I meant. It can be the littlest things. Just get these tight and I'll show you. So, right where our new hardware is, these clips have to fit. This caliper has to fit right up underneath it, just perfect on both sides. And yeah. Now we just plug in our wire. Apparently, it was correct. It goes from underneath. Now it's gonna fight me. There. So yeah. There it is. There you have it. Wheel bearing hubs and your calipers with the shoes and rotors. So yeah, I'm not gonna do both. I'm not gonna do the other side. There's no point in this video because you've seen how it goes. It's pretty much take apart and put back together. So yeah, well, this concludes the back of the Impala. Follow for the next video for the front. Hope to get around to it probably possibly this week or next weekend. Like and follow, subscribe, and hit that little bell button if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye.